Hi, everyone. I'm back this week, and today I'd like to talk about something I'm going to call nature creatures. This is making little creatures out of things you find out in nature. I've seen a lot of them lately popping up everywhere, and I brought a slideshow to show you what I mean. So these are some creatures that I came across. Well, I came across a photo of them in a little shop in Cayucos down on the middle California coast. And the artist had made these creatures out of things she found, or he, on the beach, kelp and seashells and all kinds of things. And they're just sort of bound together. You can see they used the kelp and rope to kind of tie things and attach things. And they're just hanging out there in their environment. I would have loved to walk by and just came across these, but I was too late. These have been popping up in Oakland on the Bridgeview Trail. So you can go for a hike and see if you can find them. There's a whole bunch of them in little nooks and crannies on the trail. And some of them have names. This one is Arthur. And they're all made out of little things. And then the people who make them, who don't want you to know who they are, it's a family, two adults and a child. And they make them and place them there. And they make them out of stuff that they have around and stuff that they found in the environment. And then they leave them there and they see what happens to them. Sometimes people move them around or add things. Somebody added a new troll. Here's one hanging from the tree. What is that? His name is Moki. Looks like a little monkey troll to me. But these are just recently, so you can go see if you can find them. And this is a Danish artist, Thomas Dambo. And he makes these giant trolls and he puts them all over the world. This one was in Colorado and it got taken down because too many people were coming to see it. But I think they put it up somewhere else. And all these trolls have little stories that the artist adds for them. And a couple of the stories I've heard are about the environment and how the trolls want to help save the earth because they've been there a long time. And this one is in Miami. Someone sent me a picture of this, and I would love to see these. And here's the other part of the one in Miami. And sometimes you just walk through the woods and you come across these, and it's like a surprise. So I have a little film that the artist made about the story that he made to go with some of his trolls.
They were 7 good friends, both together and alone. By the river and the valley in the forest they had home. They had seen the sunset and sunrise a million times. The 7 giant trolls stood as tall as the pines. Una and Joris were friends for life and liked to lay in the grass, watching the skies crawl by, telling stories about the past. Mikeli was strong as a dragon and always on his way. Camiel was wearing a mask, a new for every day. And Arvid liked to carve his dreams into ancient trees. Hannes to put pearls on a string for everyone to see. And little Nora had only seen the sunrise around a million times. She was still a growing troll with a tail and young mind. They could see past the forest to where the future emerged. They had seen civilizations crumble and new rise from the dirt. They had seen the mountains grow, turn to ice, melt and burn. Seen the fish turn to birds and seen the continents turn. And now they saw these little people with actions so great it could break for whatever and ever had made. And the trolls got afraid. They knew life should never be borrowed. It was meant to be shared with the day of tomorrow. So the 7 trolls gathered up on a mountain top to find a new way the old way of now had to stop. And Gamiel spoke up. We must help them get better. The little people means good, but they're too young to be clever. Let's build them a tower as tall as a troll and show them all beings are one in the soul. It took them all winter, by summer it was done. And they then invited all the little people to come. And the little people walked to the top where they opened their eyes and saw past the forest, the mountains and skies. They saw to the future with tears in their eyes. What they saw no one knows, but their eyes never lie.
And this is something completely different. This is a Japanese artist who lives in Canada now, and his name is Laku Inoue. And he makes these little bugs. What are they made out of? Can you tell? It's all petals and sticks and flowers. He likes to go out into his garden and see what's fallen off the trees or what needs trimming. And he makes these little insects out of those things. What do these look like? A scorpion and a spider. And he doesn't use any glue or anything to attach these together. So he arranges them on paper and then he takes a photograph, and that's it. And then they start to decompose. You know, if you have a flower petal sitting there, after a while, it starts to turn brown and curl up. That's what happens to these. They're not for keeping, they're just for the moment. They're a little thing he did. He started by doing one every day, just as a little thing to do in the morning when he was sort of waking up. So we've seen several examples of people and artists that make things out of stuff they find out in nature and leave them there. Some people leave them there. Some people, they take a picture and then that's it, and they decompose. But some people, they hide them along the trail, like in Oakland. So that's what I'd like you to do. I'd like us to make something out of things we find. Now, I took a walk around Alameda and I found just some cool little things, some seed pods and dried things and these funky things. And I decided I was going to make a creature. So this is the creature I came up with after my walk. I'm sort of stuck together here. I used some reeds to tie things together. I also used a little glue because I was having some trouble. So that's okay, that's fine. And I'm gonna put him outside and see if he surprises anyone when they walk by. So that's what I'd like you to do. Go outside, tell a parent or guardian, or bring someone with you. Don't just disappear. And collect some stuff and see what kind of creature you can make. And then maybe you can leave it there, leave it somewhere to surprise somebody else. All right, I can't wait to see what you make.